This is Kenny Aronoff, touring with Chickenfoot and John Fogerty. You heard it on the X.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Heard It on the X, the East Coast premier music talk show. Happy New Year from all of us here. Kenny was one of the funniest interviews I've ever done in my life.
Eating bacon, getting deliveries.
And in the middle of the interview, we had Jim, who's, like we said, Jim is Alfred to Batman and Robin. Jim fixed the whole thing because the cell phone was bad. But honestly, getting his home phone number from him, wasn't it hilarious?
Yeah, that was quite a process.
Kenny, do you have a landline? Yeah, I have one of those. Okay, can we get the number? And he's like, this is exactly what he told us. I only have it so my girlfriend's mom can call, or when my girlfriend's mom calls. He doesn't relinquish her to calling on that line, but it's only there for his girlfriend's mother to call, and he doesn't know the number.
But what was the mirror for?
I think it was in his house. According to what he told us, he had, a little behind-the-scenes stuff. He had two apartments, larger apartments, and I'm sure that they seemed to be pretty large because he was actually going to text his girlfriend from the office side. One side is the offices where he handles all his business. One side is the residence where he lives. So I thought it was funny that he was going to text his girlfriend, and about 5 minutes later, his girlfriend shows up and gives him bacon. It's like, how big is your joint there, brother? I mean, you got to text somebody from that close. I want to welcome everybody back, and I want to tell everybody that is expecting to hear Chef Binks right now that Chef Binks is no longer doing his show, but he's doing a lot of cool stuff. So go to chefbinks.com if you want to keep an eye on what Chef Binks is doing, correct? And we wish the chef the best of luck.
Wish the chef the best.
We do, the Ayatollah of food.
Our compliments to the chef.
Although, in the 2 years that we worked with Chef Binks, never once did we get food.
No.
Seriously?
Never once did we get food.
Every time, we'd swap out of the studio, we'd walk out, and, they'd just it was like buckets of food. It was like FEMA was coming. And except it was good FEMA.
The last show that we were all here together was a couple weeks ago, and they brought in, it looked like a canoe or something.
There was wine.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They were roasting a pig in the studio. I can still smell it. It's in the drapes.
Yeah, I mean,
and we don't even have drapes.
Never once, and we've always given them shout-outs. We did a show with them. We did a huge death metal show with them. We did. As a matter of fact, Chris Canella was on that show.
Yeah, Chris Canella came on. We let him talk to his heroes from.
We did. What the heck?
From Cannibal Corpse.
Not even a piece of toast, man.
No. Not even a piece of toast with Jesus on it.
There's probably
that'd be worth money on eBay.
Probably
they make toasters now.
Toast it?
Where they toast it, and it comes out with a picture of Jesus Cristo on it.
That's awesome.
Ask the people up next. They'll know about it.
That's awesome. Once again, folks, we have our new 2-hour extended format. The first hour has flown by. I want to remind everybody that you're listening to Heard It on the X on WWKB out of Buffalo. And once again, I want to welcome everybody who was a regular Chef Binks listener to the show, and I hope you like what you're going to hear.
He was big in Scandinavia.
He was huge in Scandinavia.
Huge in Scandinavia.
Yeah. One of my favorite Chef Binks stories is we went to dinner with him or something somewhere. The guys here at Entercom.
Was it when we went to Santoros?
And he was talking about getting in a fight with some guys over in Ireland, some Irish chef or something. That was hilarious.
I don't think I heard that story.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous. Kenny Aronoff was great. Chris Canella was great, so we got some Van Halen scoop. We got some Kenny Aronoff scoop. I want to remind everybody this portion of the show is brought to you by Max Village Brewhouse. Max is the home for live music in the South Towns. Right now, Max schedule for this week, every Wednesday, the Rich and Famous Band, which is my band, is unplugged for the Pro Jam, which just keeps getting to more and more fun. Every week, it is more and more fun on Wednesday at Max Village Brewhouse. This Friday, Back to the Bars, and if you are a listener of the show, you know that Back to the Bars is one of my favorite Buffalo bands, hands down. They're going to be there Friday. We'll be there Friday for sure. Saturday, the Reverend Mick Hayes, who just released his new album, Recovery.
Recovery, yeah. And Back to the Bars, our good friend Marky Chimes is in that band. I was at the Hamburg Casino last night. Actually, I was in the Ag Center. My girlfriend's band was playing, but Disco Duck was playing in the casino.
Oh, yeah?
So I did get to see a little bit of Disco Duck. I snuck away for a portion of the show to play a couple slots, and I got to see Disco Duck. And, I mean, just everything Mark does. He's phenomenal.
Yeah,
but they sounded great, and I just wanted to give them a shout out and Back to the Bars a shout out. And I'm excited to see Back to the Bars again. I haven't seen them since that Zoso show.
Yeah, and last week we started the show with Marky Chimes's Christmas
Carol of the
song.
Bells.
Carol of the Bells. Is that what that was? I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's absolutely fantastic. It's on my Facebook. Once again, you can find us on Heard It on the X radio show on Facebook. You can go to my Facebook, Rich Rogenmoser, if you need to get a hold of us. We've also been getting a lot of CDs from people, local artists. We're going to change the format of the show a little bit, and starting next week, we're going to change it, where we're going to be able to do a little bit more expanded segments on local artists. And next week, I'm very happy to say, the legendary Lana Herger, Black Widow, will be here. In the remaining months, we have Hit and Run's going to be joining us in a couple weeks. We have 100 Proof Justice, who just got signed to a record deal.
Really?
And they're going to be in at the end of the month. But in the middle of the month, well, technically the middle of the month, the last quarter of the month, we have our big NAMM show.
Yeah.
Huge NAMM show. 2 hours broadcasting live from Anaheim, California, taking you inside the NAMM show, which is the convention for the music industry. Every single artist there, every single new piece of gear will be there. Kenny Aronoff's going to meet us there. Chris Cannell is going to meet us there. Last year we had Lita Ford, we had Michael Anthony, we had Yngwie Malmsteen, we had a whole bunch of people.
Phil Collin was on last year. We just had everybody under the sun. So this year, of course, it's going to be
better.
Yeah, it's going to be better. It's going to double because we've doubled. So I just assume that NAMM is going to double.
Well, it's going to be twice as big of a show, and it's just going to be a lot better. There's a lot of stuff going on, and 2011. I'm glad it's gone. Are you glad it's gone?
Yeah.
I really am. It was
not a big fan of odd numbers.
And it was a lousy year. I think the economy was terrible for everybody. Even Christmas. Didn't Christmas have kind of a down feel to it this year? Not as many houses decorated, not as many people. If I told you something, you're going to think I'm the biggest Scrooge in the world.
What?
I got through Christmas. Kim Marie will attest to this. I got through this entire Christmas season. No Christmas tree. No decorations.
Yeah, now that you mention it, there was no Christmas tree.
Nothing. And you've seen that 9-foot monster tree.
Yeah, it never even clicked with me that when I came over, there wasn't a Christmas tree.
My house has like 12-foot ceilings in it, so we put this 9-foot tree up, and it's such a nightmare to put this tree up. And
this is like the tree that they had to have Bumble, the snowman, put the...
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and it's also lighted. The tree lights itself, but that never works properly. So there's always...
Those things never work.
Yeah, there's a section of it that doesn't, so I still have to put extra lights on this rotten tree. And then we've got to stand, on a ladder to get the top on the tree. It's just ridiculous. But I was able to actually skate through. This is how I am probably the happiest person in the world that this
you didn't have to do the tree. Yeah, it never
this
clicked.
year's done.
And you know what? You pulled it off nicely because it never even clicked with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Nobody.
Congratulations.
No, thank you.
I don't even think you're a Scrooge. I applaud you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I like that. So, like I was telling you, we were able to see the band Scarletta Wednesday at
Friday.
Or I'm sorry, Friday at Hideaways. They were fantastic. They played acoustically. They have their new disc out, which for some reason I don't have.
Jim has it.
Jim has the
Jim
disc.
has the disc, and he has not put it down yet.
Jim, since you have the disc, can you tell us the name of it is just Scarletta?
Yeah, I think it's...
Jim, would you like me to quick run and grab it from you while you're on the phone?
This is why
Kim Marie's going to go get it.
Exactly why they've never given
This is why we don't give Jim. This is why we don't give Jim anything. He keeps it for himself.
This is why we can't have nice things, Jim.
And Jim's on the phone.
So the band was absolutely phenomenal. They were so much fun. They're a group of young kids. They were leaving and heading to Boston.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were. And they were lucky. We were lucky enough to have them stop, hang out with us for a little while. They performed acoustically. Their harmonies were fantastic. The songwriting was fantastic. They really are. I think you're going to see big things from this band in this upcoming year. I think this is their year. And Nathan's joining us right now. Nathan, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. We're driving again.
Are you? Yeah. Thus is the story of a touring young band, right? I mean, it's not all glamour.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's fun, though. It is fun.
So we were able to catch you Friday in Hamburg, and it was a riot. It was absolute. You guys were not only were you fun, you were so congenial and just nice people, and really it was great to be able to meet you. You guys did a great performance.
Well, man, I appreciate you saying that. That's something that we do like to be able to share with the fans everywhere we go. Is that we're real people. We just have a good time with what we do. We write real music. We write music that people can relate to, and hopefully take with them and get something out of it for their life. But yeah, come to our shows and have a party with us. That's what we love to do.
Yeah, and it really was a party. I mean, it was absolutely a lot of fun. Then you went up to Boston, right?
Yeah, we got up at 7 in the morning after we hung out with y'all and drove down to Foxborough actually and did a show with Thompson Square for New Year's Eve. Had a blast down there too.
That show went great.
Man, it was great. We had a packed house. Made a lot of cool fans down there. Had a good time with Thompson Square and their band, and had a real big night.
Now, your disc. How does someone get a hold of your disc?
A couple different ways, actually. One of the easiest ways is going through iTunes. We have a full record available for download on iTunes. If you want a physical copy of the product, you can go to scarlettamusic.com. And you can actually order, we have a merch section of the website, and you can order shirt, CDs, and we'll ship it right to you.
Fantastic. Scarletta, is there a story behind the name?
Not as good a one as you might think, actually. It was just kind of a random name that Benji came up with when we were kind of picking a name for the band. We wanted something that fit kind of our personality, kind of fiery and passionate and edgy and something that described our music and our personalities, and we feel like that does.
How long have you guys been together as a group?
We first started 2 years ago. We've been working for 2 years now, and as we like to joke, that's the longest relationship that Aubrey's ever had. I gotta take fun of her. She does it to me.
Yeah, I know. I heard her. I actually heard her on the mic. So and you guys are still relatively young. I mean, are you shopping for record deals, or what is the game plan for the band this year?
We are. We've been very fortunate to secure some major management and booking in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are shopping for a record deal right now. We did release this first record independently, but we have been doing some shopping and have plans to actually go back in the studio the first part of this year here in a couple weeks, cut some new music with our producer Blake Chansey, and then shop the labels again in the spring.
Good for you. Good for you. And you can catch you guys on Facebook, right?
Right. Yep. Facebook. Search Scarletta Trio or just Scarletta. You'll find us on there. Be our friend. Say hey.
You guys are heading out to Scandinavia soon, right? Or Switzerland? Switzerland.
Yeah, we're going to Switzerland in February. We're headlining a festival in Zurich, I believe it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I see. I had Scandinavia on the
Scandinavia.
On the mic.
You can actually hear this program in Scandinavia.
We're huge in Scandinavia, so we were talking about it earlier. But you're going to be in Switzerland.
Maybe you can hear it in Switzerland too. I'm not. If you put tinfoil on the antenna or something, maybe you can hear it in Switzerland too. All right. Well, you guys are driving, and it's not safe to be talking and driving at the same time. I really appreciate being able to see you guys and meeting you guys, and I'm looking for great things next year for you, or this year, actually, out of the band. I think you guys are going to be really, really, really immense success this year. I really feel that.
Man, we appreciate the vote of confidence, and again, we had a blast hanging out with you guys there in Hamburg, and man, love to see you next time we're up in town.
Absolutely, and we're going to check in with you periodically and maybe get you back on soon. Is that okay?
That'd be great, man. Anytime.
All right. Drive safe, and good luck overseas.
Sounds good, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye. They were great, though.
I know. I really wish I would have made it. I'm eagerly awaiting their return to the area.
The thing is, too, they played acoustically. So Aubrey sings, Benji plays guitar, Nathan plays violin. All three of them sing harmony with each other. There was one song that Benji lead sang too, but you can tell the talent level of a band. It was a very simple PA that we set up for them, a very simple setup, but they were phenomenal. If you're good, it shows, and they're good. I mean, they're really good. A lot of people should go look at them and see.
I know. I started checking them out on their Facebook, and they have a MySpace up, and as he said, they're just so much talent, and It's really cool. It's cool music.
It is, yeah. I mean, modern country is not what I grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of 70s rock, it seems like to me.
Mm-hmm.
More modern country. Speaking of modern country, do you like that Toby Keith song?
Which one?
About the Red Solo Cup? I think it's called Red Solo Cup.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, my
But,
God. Tim,
obviously,
can you find it?
Obviously, you've heard it because of your son.
Yeah, my son loves it.
He loves
But
that
he
stuff.
was on
No, I
last
haven't heard
night.
this
We were talking in the booth with Jim a little while ago about Dick Clark being 40 years of doing what he does.
Just being Dick Clark.
He's made of plastic, I think, right? How old is he? He's got to be like 900.
I'm pretty sure that he and both Bruce Jenner are produced by Mattel Toys. They're both made out of plastic. You basically pull a cord and they start. Do you got the song yet? No, Jim.
I found the unedited version.
We don't want.
Oh,
that.
there's an unedited.
Is it?
No, there's a live version. There's a live version of him doing it on the Country Music Awards.
Hold on, I'll find it.
Yeah, just put live at the end, and you'll see it. But anyways, Toby Keith, I think, is a brilliant songwriter. I do. I think that I think he's more of a brilliant songwriter than anything else. And a lot of these guys from Nashville are. Kim Marie and myself, a couple years ago, Bedell Guitars had donated. There was a guitar giveaway that we did for this country, again, an acoustic concert. Yeah. And it was James Otto, Easton Corbin, I think, was one of them. There was several artists there. They blew me away at how good they were. But that James Otto, while he was performing, had said, and he's a relatively young guy too, I would think. He's maybe mid-30s. He had written over 1,000 songs. 1,000 songs. That's a lot of songs. Sold them to many artists. That's really how a lot of these guys, do it. That's how they do it down in Nashville. A lot of times they're songwriters first before they do anything. Is this it?
Yeah.
He's actually singing about a solo cup.
A Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. And you, sir, do not have a pair of if you prefer drinking from glass. A Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable. In 14 years, they are decomposable. And unlike my home, they are not foreclosable. Freddie Mac kissed my ass. Woo! Red Solo Cup.
I like this song.
It is. It's great.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
This is, every party you go to, this song's going to be on.
It's funny, because before he performs it, they hand out like 1 million of these Red Solo Cups to everyone in the front row. The front rows, and they wave them around.
Yeah, anybody, especially, my generation, whenever you went to a party, there's always, Red Solo Cups everywhere. That's what everyone drinks out.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's generation.
Well, I don't know,
No, it was the same thing.
If it was, but yeah.
Matter of fact, when we were kids, I don't think they came in any other color but red.
Now they have blue. I don't like the blue.
He talks about that, blue and yellow. He doesn't like
the blue and
he
yellow?
talks about it.
I'm going to have to listen to this whole song.
What I think is brilliant is, and this is a great tidbit for somebody who's listening to the show who might be writing, if you can write a song about a Red Solo Cup, start doing that. Look at objects in your house and try to write a song about it.
Chapstick.
Yeah, whatever the case may be, write a song. I mean, and he's a brilliant writer. He always has been.
It reminds me. Have you ever seen Malibu's Most Wanted, that Jamie Kennedy movie? He's like, I can rhyme about chapstick, stuck in traffic. Go to the sink and vomit and clean it up with Comet, because Earth is my planet.
All right. And that's why Josh and I do a radio show, because Josh is not going to be able to write songs about a Red Solo Cup. We're going to head to a commercial break. Stick around, folks. A lot more show to go.